My name is Susie Q and I am a super pet advocate. As you probably already know, in the heart of every dog and cat is the need to belong to a loving family. But as we've learned, there are usually many more dogs and cats than there are families to care for them. And that's a problem. And it's up to pet advocates like you and me to help out. So today, we're going to learn about two very important places. One is the Spay and Neuter Veterinary Clinic, and the other is the Moore County Animal Services Center. So come with me and let's check them out. We learned in a previous lesson that spaying and neutering are surgeries that prevent dogs and cats from producing puppies and kittens. This is really important to solving the pet overpopulation problem. But where do you go to get your pet spayed or neutered? You can go to your own vet, of course, or you can come here to the Sandhill Spay and Neuter Veterinary Clinic. It's our first important place, so let's take a look. The Spay Neuter Clinic was opened 15 years ago by Dr. Tom Daniel and a bunch of other super dedicated pet advocates. That's Dr. Daniel over there. He's a doctor of veterinary medicine, or what most people call a vet. He's really, really smart, and around here, he's a bigwig. But you and I are pet advocates, and that makes us bigwigs too. So we can call him Dr. Tom. Hi, Dr. Tom.
Oh, hey, Susie. You know your way around, so make yourself at home.
Thanks, Dr. Tom. So, the clinic is a lot like a surgery ward at a hospital for people. There are operating tables, bright lights, lots of fancy electronic equipment, and all sorts of surgical tools. And when the vets and vet technicians do the surgeries, they wear cool uniforms that keep everything clean and help prevent infection. The pet is given some medicine to make them sleep while the surgery is being done. And afterward, in about an hour or so, the dog or cat wakes up and voila, they're spayed or neutered. These pets no longer contribute to the pet overpopulation problem. Let's go meet one. This is Fiona. She received her spay surgery this morning and will go home to her family later today. If you get a new pet or already own a pet that may not be spayed or neutered, please, please, please bring them to your vet or to the Spay Neuter Clinic for this important surgery. And ask your friends to do the same. That's what responsible pet owners and dedicated pet advocates like us do. Next, we're going to learn about our second important place, the Animal Services Center, or what many people call the shelter. And to begin with, let's go meet my good friend Ryland.
Hi there, my name's Ryland, and I also studied pet responsibility in 4th grade and learned about the Moore County Animal Shelter. The great thing about adopting from the shelter is that the pets there will have all their important vaccinations up to date, and they will already have been spayed or neutered. This saves time and money, and it's very responsible. Thanks for joining us today and for being a responsible pet advocate.
Welcome back, and look where I am. I'm at the Moore County Animal Services Center, the shelter. It's run by the Sheriff's Office and is located in Carthage. This is where many of the dogs and cats who don't have families end up. If someone sees a stray dog or cat and it cannot be easily identified as someone's pet, they call the Animal Services deputies. And if the deputies cannot identify it, the dog or cat is brought here to the shelter. That's why it is so important to identify pets with a microchip and a collar tag. Also, people who can no longer take care of their pets may bring them to the shelter. That's a much better solution than just turning those unwanted pets loose. Anyway, let's go inside and take a look. On average, on any given day, there are about 200 dogs and cats at the shelter. They are all different sizes, shapes, and colors. And with this many dogs and cats in one area, it can get really loud and scary. As Ryland mentioned, the shelter is a great place to adopt a pet. The shelter's website, or the front desk here, will have all the information you need to adopt. Unfortunately, more dogs and cats are brought into the shelter each day than are adopted. And there's just not enough room at the shelter to keep them all. That's what we mean by pet overpopulation. So, like we've learned, many have to be euthanized, especially those who are too old or sick to be adopted. They are given an injection and they go to sleep, and they never wake up. It's sad, but it's true. As a pet advocate, You can help solve this problem by making sure your pet is spayed or neutered and asking your friends to do the same. So, if you and your family are ready to provide a good and loving home for a new pet, or perhaps an additional pet, you can come to the shelter and find a great one. The shelter even has a website where you can look at what dogs and cats are currently there. The good news is that since the Pet Responsibility Program started and you fourth graders started spreading the news about responsible pet ownership and spaying and neutering, the number of strays and unwanted pets coming to the shelter has been reduced by 50%. That's half. It's a big accomplishment. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You all deserve a big trophy. Today, we learned about two very important places that every pet advocate should know about: the Sandhills Spay and Neuter Clinic and the Moore County Animal Services Center, the shelter. Please share these places with your friends and family so that they know about them too, and keep being a super pet advocate every day like me.